When you come out, the lowest job you can get is a PA. It's a production assistant. Basically, you're at the whim of somebody else, and you get paid, and you're there for 12 hours every day. I had a boss who called me once. He's a terrible guy, and said, "What happens if you reheat takeout in the metal container and then you eat it?" And I said, "Well, I don't think you should microwave it because I think the microwave might explode from the metal."
Sure.
And he said, "I already microwaved it. I want to know what happens when you eat it." And I said, "Well, I'm not sure." And he said, "I know you're not sure. Go on the internet and find out." The internet, in all of its knowledge and wisdom, does not possess the information of the stupidest question I've ever been asked. Because nobody in the history of the internet has ever thought to A, microwave the thing, and then the follow-up question, which is dumber, what happens if I eat it? So I had to call him back after 15 minutes of research, truly research. I don't even know what the keywords that you do for this, to tell him that I couldn't find it.
Sure.
And, that was just another day at the office. Throughout the time that I was doing all the horrible jobs, I would always write. I was always writing on the weekends or at night. I don't think I got paid as a writer until I'd written 10 feature screenplays and then also TV scripts. So I would say like The Office in general is probably, the scripts are very carefully written, and we try to write them in a kind of a naturalistic way so that it feels like improv. At the end of the day, it's probably 90% scripted and about 10% improv. Okay. Steve Carell is probably the best improviser I've ever seen. And the great thing is that on the episodes that I write or produce, I get the credit for it. I mean, he gets plenty of credit. Sure. I think people know who he is. But he's almost as famous as I am. Carell said that he just keyed in on hating Toby. Yeah. He said, and Paul and Steve get along great. They have an excellent relationship. It's nothing like Michael and Toby. But that's what Steve fixated on for his character. He said, there's someone in the office I hate. I've decided it's Paul. And there is no greater joy in the world than writing
Sure.
a guy who hates the most harmless, pathetic, sad-faced man in the history of television. He looks like droopy. His face kind of, you just want to give him a hug.
Yeah.
And Michael picks on him. Probably my proudest moment comedically on the show was I wrote the line in one of our episodes where Michael has told everyone in the office that Jim has a crush on Pam, and finally reveals it. It's horrifying for everyone, for Jim. And Kevin goes up to Creed and says, "Hey, Jim has a crush on Pam." And Creed smiles, pauses, and goes, "Ha ha, which one's Pam?" And that line kind of launched him a little bit. That was the thing that in the writer's room, that became kind of the line that set him forth into a complete land of craziness that he never returned from. We have a movie called Bad Teacher that comes out in the summer with Cameron Diaz and Justin Timberlake, actor Justin Timberlake, friend of mine, Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake gave me his cell phone number, which I was like, this is so cool. Just when you're scrolling through to find Jeb Tether and you stop on Timberlake for a second. And I went to Vegas and I knew he was in Vegas at the same time. And I was said to my friends, I'll text Timberlake, see what he's up to tonight. And I texted Timberlake and I have not heard back. But I won't delete him. I'm still holding out hope. I was obsessed with the idea of Michael swallowing a paperclip. Yeah, right? That would be weird. How does someone do that? I probably pitched the swallowing the paperclip 8 times, and I felt like as I continued to rise in the show and got more power that I could force it through.
But no?
But alas. I wanted Kevin's family. I wanted Kevin to have brothers and a father, and they were all accountants. And I wanted Kevin to apply for a job at a company called Malone & Sons Accounting and not get it. But alas.
We want to thank you for coming out and spending Friday night with us. It's been a pleasure. So thank you.
Yeah.